Guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Chris. We're going to talk about the NFC playoff picture. Who's in, who's out. We already have a couple teams eliminated, but in this video, we're going to talk about strictly about the NFC and who are the top 7 teams, who's clinching, who has a chance to clinch, and who basically is on the bubble to get it completely annihilated from this playoff picture. We're going to talk about the playoff stances for the NFC right now. For the number 15 spot, the Los Angeles Rams, okay? They are right now in the bubble to be basically eliminated from these playoffs. There's 3 teams eliminated from the playoff contention, which are the Texans, the Broncos, and the Chicago Bears. Now, everybody else is in fair game as the weeks pass by and the season starts to end. Each and every week, there's going to be 1 or 2 teams basically eliminated each and every week. Now, the number 15 Los Angeles Rams, they really need to step up, right? With a 4-9 record, 4th in the NFC West. We're going to talk about the divisions in just a little bit, but they really need to step up the game in order to be more competitive, right? Now, the Saints are very interesting because that division is very sporadic, right? Everybody in that division has a losing record, so I would not count out the Saints because that division is so darn bad. They were in a bye week, but no more bye weeks for the rest of the season. 4 weeks left. Come on, guys. No more bye weeks. We really have to see what's going on there. The Arizona Cardinals, they just lost to the New England Patriots, and my oh my, they did not just lose to the Patriots, also lost their starting quarterback, Kyler Murray, out for the rest of the season, torn ACL. You hate to see it, so Colt McCoy will be the starting quarterback for the rest of the season, the rest of the 4 games, and if they make the playoffs, he will be the quarterback for the playoffs as well. It's going to be very interesting just to see how the Arizona Cardinals change up their schemes because number one, Murray and Colt McCoy have a very different aspects. Everybody's different. Murray likes to run. Colt McCoy is not much of a runner, but he's more of a thrower. So the dynamic of the offense is going to be very, very different. But just like the Saints and the Rams, the Cardinals really have to start winning games in order to be more competitive in their own said division. Next, the Atlanta Falcons, 5-8, third in the NFC South. Like I said, that division is pretty darn bad. They're 5-8, but they still have a pretty good shot to make the playoffs if they win that division. And speaking of that same division, the Carolina Panthers, with a 5-8 record, second in the NFC South. Actually, they've been playing pretty decently lately. You know, they're only a couple games behind of the Tampa Bay Bucks. They've went up 2 spots. They were 13th last week. Now they're number 11 in playoff contention. So they have a better chance than the Falcons. And come on, guys. Do you guys think the Panthers will make the playoffs? I hardly think so, but it's just who really knows, right? Number 10, the Green Bay Packers. Man, Aaron Rodgers deserves way better right now. Maybe with this bye week that they just had, the offense could be more in sync. 5-8, the third in the NFC North. They really have to step up their game because the Detroit Lions, and they're coming, okay? Speaking of them, the Detroit Lions, 6-7, second in the NFC North. They've been surprising a lot of teams, okay? And they've been winning games like crazy, okay? They just beat the Minnesota Vikings. Guys, I honestly think Jared Goff gets too much heat for this team. I honestly think the one major issue for the Lions is the defense. If they fix up and tweak their defense and just gets a tad bit better or a hair better, they'll be very, very competitive, and they could even sneak in the 7th spot, maybe the 6th spot in these playoffs, okay? Number 8, right on the bubble, the Seattle Seahawks, going down 1 spot because they lost to the Panthers. Man, I do hope the Seattle Seahawks at least make the playoffs. I am a huge believer in Geno Smith and the whole Seattle Seahawks environment. I love the crowd. 7-6, second in the NFC West. I just want to see them win, right? It's a team you love. Number 7, the New York Giants. After getting basically blown out by the Philadelphia Eagles, they dropped down 7-5-1. They're 4th in their division right now, and it sucks because at one single point, it was a tough division. Now, this next week, they're going to be playing against the Washington Commanders. They played them last week before the Commanders had their bye. And speaking of them, they're right there at the top, right? They have the same record, 7-5-1. So whoever wins this game is really going to take a better solidified position into the playoff picture. The Washington Commanders had a bye week, but they still went up 2 spots because the Seahawks and the Giants both lost games. So without them doing anything, they better their chances because tiebreakers and everything, right? Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys. They're 10-3, second in the NFC East. They are basically putting pressure on the Eagles right now in that division. When they play, it's going to be very, very competitive. And whoever wins that is going to really showcase who really wants some more into the playoffs, and it's going to be a huge momentum swing heading into the playoffs. Number 4, the Tampa Bay Bucks with a 6-7 record, first in the NFC South. Like I said, that division is pretty easy, if you want to say it, or lackluster. They just got blown out like 35-7 versus the Niners. Bucks and the Brady, they're not the same, man. I think this year has to be the last year for Tom Brady. Honestly, let me know what you guys think there. Number 3, the San Francisco 49ers. Like I said, they have a chance to clinch the playoffs with a couple wins and a lot of help. 9-4, the first in the NFC West. They did bring in a third stringer or backup or mystery relevant. And honestly, guys, Purdy, he played pretty darn good. He played Purdy, right? Number 2, the Minnesota Vikings. Now they're 10-3, first in the NFC North. They could clinch a playoff spot with a win. A straight up win will clinch them a playoff spot, whether in the division or whether in a playoff race. One win and they're in. That's it. And the only team right now that has clinched a playoff spot is been the Philadelphia Eagles. They could lose the next 4 games and it doesn't matter. They already clinched. Number 1 in the NFC, 12-1 record. Again, they will be playing the Cowboys very, very soon. That's going to be very, very big just to see what the heck is going on. The NFC West in the divisions, 49ers have a 9-4 record. They have a 2-game lead for the Seahawks with a 7-6 record. The Cardinals, like I said, and the Rams, they need a lot of help to be competitive in the division or just to even win the division. I don't think they could win the division, but they have to make the playoffs. Again, like if the Cardinals or the Rams lose 2 games, they're out basically. The Seahawks and the Niners are the only true threat right now in order to actually win that division. So now here is this one, man, the NFC South. Everybody here has a losing record. 6-7 for the Bucks, 5-8 for the Panthers, 5-8 for the Falcons, and 4-9 for the Saints. All of them have a decent chance to make the playoffs. Now, will they make the 6th or 7th spot for the playoffs if they don't win the division? I don't think so, right? But whoever wins the division is in. The NFC North, the Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears. Like I said, Vikings win 1 game and they're in, basically, right? Now, they'll win the division and they'll even clinch the playoff berth just like that, okay? They already have a 4-game lead against the Detroit Lions. There's 4 games left. So if they win 1, they'll have a 5-game lead. So that's pretty much it. They will make it up, right? Now, the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears, I mean, for the Lions and the Packers to have a shot to make it to the 7th spot, maybe, but they will have to basically win out. Now, can Aaron Rodgers have that Aaron Rodgers magic in order to make it? We have to wait and see what happens this next couple weeks. Now, here's the toughest division in the NFC, the NFC East. Eagles have already clinched the Cowboys, Commanders, and the Giants. This one is very, very critical. The Dallas Cowboys go win 2 games, and I do believe they'll clinch a playoff spot, whether it's 5, 6, or 7, they'll clinch. The Commanders and the Giants, they will need to do something, right? Now, this next game, Commanders, Giants, as long as they don't tie, if somebody gets that tiebreaker, somebody's going to go in there, in my opinion. If the Commanders win it, that'll be a huge, huge thing because at one point they started off 1-4. Come on, man. Who would have thought the Commanders would have been in this position? Not me. Let me tell you that. Let me know what you guys think, guys. This is the NFC side, the NFC playoff picture. Who do you guys have winning the NFC? Who do you guys having into the playoffs? And is your team in the playoffs right now? If they are, please comment down below. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe down to the channel. See you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoy the football games and peace.